Good afternoon, YouTube's Male Always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live YouTube. Well, folks, we got a couple weeks left of Christmas, and I tell you, time fly. What I've done for Christmas, nothing. I have decorated nothing. I have bought no tree or nothing. I mean, Christmas to me was more like what my mother liked doing. And me, I don't care much about it. I'm not all into that part. I know it's for the children, but now the children are already grown. So anyway, folks, we just had a big show over the weekend, which was the NPC Nationals Championships. And that's just a show where we get brand new pros in the bodybuilding world. It's Friday they had, what was it? What was it? Yeah, Friday they had the women's divisions, which was, all the women's divisions in the IFB NPC, which is session, I think, of fitness. I think you don't have fitness. I didn't get the term pro in as a fitness competitor. That's always been a mystery to me. But I think some shows do have fitness, but the NPC doesn't have that one. And also the men's division have all the divisions set for 212, because truthfully, these 212 just means open body, but smaller dudes. So it's like 8 of the divisions that exist in the IFBB, it was pretty. We had some pretty impressive ladies, and a couple ladies. Well, couple ladies who I interviewed, we did a show. That is Rachel Waugh and JD Hart. And I want to congratulate both Rachel and Jamie. I mean, even though Jamie didn't get her pro card, she was pretty good, and even though Rachel did, Rachel, shout out to Rachel. She's been through a lot, and Rachel serves our country in the United States Army. And we like to say we appreciate the sacrifice she has made for us citizens in this country, and I'm proud of Rachel. And I'm gonna pull up the pictures here. How she did pretty good. I mean, she won in her class at the Olympia about a couple of months ago, and then she turns around and she wins in her class and also overall in figures. So we're gonna pull it up here, and there she goes. Right, so that's Rachel Wall right there. Congratulations to Rach. I mean, she's very proud of herself. She should be, because this, like I said, this was a pretty good show for her. I mean, they've been through what she threw, nearly being homeless, when tough times. But for her and her daughter, I know she's celebrating. She's happy. She won the overall in this show, and you had also another pro, Lena Politis. If I got a name wrong, I want to Politis. I want to apologize. So, 2 new pros in figure. Also, we have here also Jasmine Shire and Courtney Spidith, who also turned pro in the Class C, because Rachel was in Class D, where she turned her pro, Class B actually, Class B. And also we have Sierra Alex and Chelsea Ritchie, who also turned pro. They turned pro in Class D. And we have here Shannon Berg and Alexandra Porter, who turned pro in Class F. As E, we have Tamika Tucker and Brittany Tibbetts, who turned pro in Class F. And Class G, we have Michelle Johnson and Deanna Trejo. Sorry, I want to say Danny Trejo. I think Trejo. Sorry, like Dan Trejo. Her name is Diana Trejo. They turned pro in Class G. And Michelle, she actually turned pro in women's physique. So she's a double champion. We have Michelle McNeamy and the Lisa Davis in Class H. And overall winner is Michelle McNee. 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 If I say her name wrong, I'm sorry, Miss Michelle. She is the overall champion. And I forget. I gotta go back and see. I think we did Miss Class. I think Miss Class A. And I think right here, this is Class A, where Ty Jones. Also, she won in her class, got a pro card, and also Natasha Butler, who I've been talking to a great bit on social media. And congratulations to Natasha. She should be pretty good. So that was in figure. I would talk about figure, but also I am going to into women's physique. And here, your overall winner, who just also a double, uh, national champion, is Miss Michelle here, who just, like I said again, she won in the figure class, and also she won here overall and earned her pro card is in women's physique in class D. And also Amanda Santos, she also earned her pro card in class D. Next up here we have in class C, we have a Cassandra Cardis. If I got any wrong, I apologize. And Gabrielle Pierce, who earned their pro cards in class C. Next up, we have here Lindsay Cable. I always mispronounce the name, and also Sharice Hayes, who both earned their pro cards in Class B. Then we have here in Class A, Alina Politis, who earned a pro card in class, over in figure, earned a pro card in women's physique, and Yeva Williams, who also earned her pro card in Class A. Now, overall, what was it? So right here, this is where I get kind of, you know, I'm like kind of salty here. Now, I would say congratulations to Anastasia Ryder, who's been knocking it for a long time. If you look at my channel, I've got an interview coming up with her in a couple of days, and she won in the heavyweight division and won the overall title for women's bodybuilding. But this is where I get kind of salty at. All right, women's bodybuilding, you do have, as Anastasia won overall. Then you go over here, and she's the only one that wins bodybuilding. But Amanda Santos already got her pro card physique, but why didn't? And also this one here, Elizabeth Maloney. I think she also competed in physique also. But I'm going. Why didn't Amanda get her pro card in women's bodybuilding? There's at least 5 competitors in the top 5. Then we go here with Sharice M. Williams, who earned her pro card in physique, but Turner also earned a pro card in women's bodybuilding. But then Danielle Blanton didn't earn hers in women's bodybuilding. This is a light heavyweight division. They don't have, it's heavyweight, light heavyweight, and lightweight. There's no middleweight. So I don't know how that, not the competitors that want to do that. And then we have here Crystal Brill. And, Yava Williams, who already earned her pro card in physique, she competed in women's bodybuilding. But again, only one pro card winner in women's bodybuilding, but not in, that's just, this is where I kind of go, what's going on here? As a fan and as a supporter of women's bodybuilding, I just like to know, why are all the other divisions getting pro cards for each 2 women in each class, but not in women's bodybuilding? And I got a question to ask NPC. Why is this going on? If we all know the other ladies want to compete in women's bodybuilding, because the fact is it's not a popular division compared to physique or figure or some of the others, but it's a division where you can double dip. You can, as an amateur, you can double dip. You can compete in one class and compete in another class. And you compete in one division and compete in another division. You compete as a women's bodybuilding, compete in women's physique in these national shows. You got to pay a fee to do it, and it's a lot. It's like up to $700, $600 per, because you go like, I think $300, over $300 for each division you compete in, and and that's, like I said, you might, you say, I'm a figure competitor, I compete in physique, and like that one lady who earned her pro card both in physique and bodybuilding. And one lady who on her profile both in figure and physique. There's been this is where I'm wondering why it's a double standard. You know, I usually have my usual cast of characters here with me, but I think I'm playing solo right now. That's why I have the other guy out. Because sometimes it's just me. I just have the other guy out. But I just want to know what's going on. So, and if anybody has any thoughts, opinions on it, please share. So anyway, congratulations to all the ladies who did get their pro cards. And congratulations to the ladies who did compete there. I know there's always shows next year for pro qualification. There's shows coming up. Is also, I think, Gary usually has a show right about the first of the year, which is the teen collegiate show, but they don't have women's bodybuilding. They have physique, but not women's bodybuilding. There's also the USA's. There's junior nationals. I don't think junior nationals has women's bodybuilding either, and I think junior USA's don't have it either. The USA's have it, and also there is the Miss International, which is adjacent to the Chicago Pro, and that's in the summer. So I hope some of these ladies get an opportunity to jump in that show because last year, this year we didn't have that many when we had like that one competitor. Was Cody two, but then I remember Hannah saying she dropped out and she got a pro card at North Americans. And as you know, this has been going on a lot, especially overseas, where they had shows where not enough competitors. And I remember I did an interview with Clara, Karuth, Koroth, how she mentioned how she competed at a show, one enough competitors, and she didn't get a pro card. And at one point, she was supposed to get a pro card that was supposed to be for two, but then, they didn't give it to her. I don't, it said excuse was not enough competitors. I don't know. It's kind of shaky. I'm right now talking to one lady that she might have to fight for a pro card because they said the same excuse. There wasn't enough competitors, but still was enough that to get your pro card. It just, this is something I think this is why I would love to have Keith or Lloyd here or anybody here to bounce off of because they can understand this because they're in the sport. So I'm just talking off my butt right now. I'm not being here on too long because, like I said, this is something that I really need people to bounce off of. But anyway, like I said, I congratulate all the ladies who competed this weekend, and they deserve the pro card. The person I think I'm going to highlight the most here right now is Anastasia Ryder. As you know, as I said, if you go check my channel, I have an interview coming up with her in a couple of days. And Anastasia's been keep for granted for a long time. She deserved this. As long as she's been competing, as you know, Anastasia was one time Wing Strength ambassador, and been to the Rising Phoenix, not the Rising Phoenix, the Miss International at least 2 or 3 times in her career, but didn't get a pro card at that show. Always I think close for no cigar. So I'm gonna highlight her for a bit, and then we'll talk about maybe a couple of other ladies who I might mention out here. So we get here Anastasia, and she looks pretty good. She's pretty tall woman too. And sometimes it's amazing, especially how much muscle the human body can put on, especially for a woman. And she is very happy. I believe she also has a video upcoming interview with the Female Body Channel. They're posting it, and she's originally from Philadelphia. And she's been competing for a good while. Here she is. I think this is with her boyfriend or significant other. And I know they're very happy now that she got a pro card. Last I heard, she lives in Miami now. That's very, very heavy kissing. And this is from she was at the Nationals. You really see her back development has really looked pretty good. This is a picture of her when she was younger. And she said, people are always shocked when I tell them I used to only weigh 130 pounds, but it's the point of bodybuilding. We are given the tools to create. We are both the sculpture and the art. And it's not accomplished through power. It's through perseverance or persistence. Like the time will pass regardless. That's great. I like that. I like it. And she really put in the time to work here. And here she is. I think this was at the Nationals. It's pretty good. This is one of the other competitors. I think this one of the girls in bikini is the division, and she's overall champion. So congratulations to Anastasia. You know, and I think she should be proud of herself. Put in the time, put in the work. The other ladies who also turned pro here, Cerise Hayes and also Crystal Brill. These ladies are very proud of themselves, but I'm still wondering why. Why was it only, it couldn't have been, there's three in overall. And, the overall winner just goes off and face the person in the overall, the overall championship. I'm just, like I said, I'm just kind of, wondering. Here's the video here right here. She looks pretty impressive. We might see this later in the interview, you know. A lot of tattoos. Not too much straight from certain places, but it's not enough to it never get weird enough for me. Hunter S. Thomas, it's a quote. This is like 13 days from the show. But very impressive physique, And you get here, my man. Yes, so man, Money J 2023. He says interesting, unique hairstyle. She always had that hairstyle, the mohawk thing. That's her thing. She used to have longer blonder hair, but I think over time she tried to change her look. But I would say congratulations to Anastasia. I think she deserves it. Now, the next thing I'm going to highlight here is, I always want to highlight particularly ladies that I follow, and I started following her a while back. That is Miss Crystal Brill. Now, Miss Brill she is officially a IFBB Pro. And let's see, it's right here. No, I think it's no. And she's been competing for a good bit. Give me a second. Let's see. I want to try to find her. Well, all right, people, give me more people. You know how it is with technology. Let me see. This is somewhere here. I get the wrong. Let's see. Get it here. Let me see. We can go back and see if we can find her on Facebook. Looks like her. I could be wrong. Talk amongst yourself while I figure this out. Well, we'll just talk amongst ourselves so I can really figure it out. But see, that's from man 2023 says heavy metal look with the tats and the piercings. That's a popular look among certain young ladies of a certain age. Like I said, she's originally from Philly, so but she lives in Tampa now. You know, um, like I said, these ladies now. The big question is where they're going to land as pros. With Anastasia, I think she's going to stick with women's bodybuilding. I think that's the truth of it. I don't think she's going to switch divisions. I don't see it, But I think with some of the others, I think they might go to women's physique, especially if they feel like they can do better in that division. It's going to be hard you know, to really you have to really grow. I know Anastasia. I think she's been in the trenches for a long time. I don't think I think she's gonna want to sit back and wait too much longer. I think she wants to hit the ground running. And let's wish her all the best. The other two ladies, I think with Charisse, there's a good chance she might, you know, um, he might go ahead and compete in either physique or bodybuilding. I I think I lean towards a little bit towards, you know, lean towards a little bit more towards um, maybe physique. I'm trying to find her page. Wait a minute. Let me try this. I'm going to see if I can find. Like I said, guys, it's like I said, it's gonna be one of the slow days. But anyway, I don't go too much here. But I think let's see if they had, gave more women the opportunity to get their pro card in women's bodybuilding. I know there was at least a couple ladies who already got their pro cards in physique competitors, but the question is, where they gonna land next year? Now, one lady I've been talking to off books, and I hope we get to talk soon. I gotta say everything else, and that is Amanda Santos. I was talking to her recently, and I think she has the potential. Even though she didn't own her pro card in women's bodybuilding, she did earn it in uh, figure. I mean physique. I mean, she does have potential for women's bodybuilding. I think she has the more density. She can develop those natural muscle bellies I often hear. With these ladies as they evolve and become more, you know, more developed. Now she's here for quite some time now, and I think she does have the potential for open bodybuilding. You know, like I said, it's all about her condition she's going to bring. I think she's might be, I don't know, a little bit larger. She maybe sit out next year and work on those muscle bellies, bringing in the conditioning in. There's a good chance we might see her in bodybuilding, which is pretty impressive, you know. And that's the thing is that it's about what they feel like they want to work at, if they want to grow. Some women would say, hey, I take some time off in, a year or two, skip, uh, like, try to shoot for maybe 2025, or some women might say they might try to shoot for 2024 next year. So, anyway, but I think she has good aesthetics. You know, nice physique. I think working on conditioning and also size, she might place well. See, folks, I have images, but I think she was pretty impressive. She was double dipping. Maybe we can see more her in the future. So anyway, folks, like I said, thought I have a. Usually, I'm not here by myself and try to find something to talk about, but this is what we want to talk about: the Nationals. So I think I want to shout out a particularly lady who did pretty good. I think maybe next year, maybe she might get a pro card next year, and that is the lovely Miss Jamie Hart. As you know, Jamie Hart, she's been on, did an interview with her a while back, and she put in the time to work for the show. You know, and, she competed in the show earlier, and I think she's proud of it. She's proud of herself. You know, she's pretty good. Here's some pictures of Jamie. We're gonna pull them up, and I think maybe the right show might probably get a pro card. You know, I'm proud of Jamie. But she looks really impressive here. You know, I mean, being a mother of two kids and the stepmother of two more. And she put a little time in this. She loves bodybuilding, and and we are a fan of it. Jay, she's been on my channel. You know, I hope she does get the opportunity to maybe send her her husband, Mr. Chad. Chad was proud of her. They were down there in Texas. He stands by their wife to get their business together. And I think I hope she does get a pro card. Maybe in the right show. You know, like I said, I tell you, try shoot for the Miss International. All you got to do is earn your winning your class. There she is as a mom. This is like a previous how she was 3 years ago, and how she's really changed over those 3 years. You know, she's proud of herself. I mean, it takes a lot to change who you are, especially for a woman. She's and it's tough, but she's really putting the work and the time in it. And she's at Planet Fitness. I recognize the equipment. Yeah. She is with her son. And there she is. This is, I think, was the most recent show she did. She has really evolved. Really much. Look at this. Look at this. Just amazing lady. That's why I gotta give a lot of respect. Some people just give up, but she has really put in time to work. And she went all over to Texas, brought in her best condition. You know, good amount of muscle, good amount of femininity. You know, she really has changed. That's why I want to give her recognition. You know, and she should be a proud mother. With her kids. Her two sons here, her three sons. One, two by blood and one by marriage. And still, technically, as long as you feed them, is yours. And being a mom and spending time, and little guy here. He's got spending time the holidays. I hope they're enjoying the holidays. You know, and here she is with Bree Marshall. I envy Bree a while back, and both of them work together. And Bree, she works with. They also work with Monique Jones, and Bree's come a long way too. Like I said, she's proud of herself, and that's why I want to give her a shout out. This is the last show she competed in. I would play the video because you guys cover when you play music. You know how YouTube is. But she should be proud of herself. She has come a long way. Maybe, like I said, I reach out to her maybe later on, when she gets back home, and maybe do an interview, do an update, and see how she's feeling. But like I said, shout out to Bree. I mean, shout out to Jamie, and good luck to her. Maybe we get to see her next year. Now, I'm also going to highlight another lady who, like I said, this she did pretty good. She went to Olympia. She did not get a pro card there, but she did win her overall, and I think she deserves this. And that is Rachel Waugh. And Rachel, would like to say thank you to your service to her, because she has served our country, and now she is officially a IFBB pro. And and also, as her good friend Jerissa Upton got her pro card about a couple months ago, and we can't wait to see both these ladies eventually make their pro debut. So here, and here there goes Rachel here. Like I said, I want to shout out Rachel when I'm here, and she looks pretty impressive. I mean, I know she's proud of herself. Now this is the picture from when she competed at the Olympia amateurs, and on the other side is the picture where she was at the nationals. Not much difference, but maybe I think she looked like she's a little bit more smaller. In this one, she might have just came a little smaller. She might have just maybe brought down a little more size, because that's one thing, you don't want you to be too big in figure, because you compete in figure, you might as well go ahead and compete in physique. The big question is when she's going to make her pro debut. And this is here with a bunch of other group of ladies in the figure division. We have Miss Tamika Tucker, who won the overall in her class. And I think these are all the class winners, and the overall champion right here. So congratulations to all you ladies. Also, here's a little video of her. She posted, her going to the show. I got careful because there's music in it. You know how YouTube is. And the Nationals was in Texas, Irving, Texas. That's what I keep saying. I think there should be great bodybuilding in Texas. I would love to see somebody promote a show in Texas for women's bodybuilding. But she looks pretty good. And now she's officially IFB Pro. Like I said, I gotta get a perspective to you, Rachel. Winning her overall and winning her class, and then get her a pro card. Yeah, she's a nice physique. I ain't gonna lie. And she should be proud of herself. I think she's supposed to be. She was out. She was up and she was having breakfast with her family. She's a character. But I say also she's a beautiful lady, and also she has served the country. Wasn't a while ago. She had a birthday party. This is with a friend of hers. Her friend is, I think, a power lifter. My cousin, an Olympic powerlifter, and I am a bodybuilder. We both extreme strong, extreme intense. However, I can't do what she does, nor can she do what I do. We try though, and that is Olivia MUFSAA. My knees not built to jerk. Chicken choke, chicken snatch, Campbell. Get somebody else to do it. Just really proud. She's here with her cousin. They're working out together. But like I said, Rachel came a long way, and what she's been through and what she had to survive. And here it is, a good buddy, Cerise Upton, who got her pro card at the Caribbean show, the same show where another lady I follow competes at. And she should be proud of herself. Both of these ladies, I hope we get to see them make their pro debut together. And also like to always remind that, Rachel did serve in our country, in the military, and we have to say thank you. No, not thank you. We appreciate the sacrifice you have made for our country, for me, a citizen. So anyway, fellas, ain't going on too much longer. I'm probably going to dip out because, usually I have a little chip chat with also with Keith here. I know he must be doing something, so usually he let me know. But I would like to say this. Next year, I don't know what's going on. Why are they only giving one pro card per each class in women's bodybuilding, but not two like you do with the others? It don't, like I said, I'm not saying there's not enough shows and yada yada this and yada that, but still, it should be fair. You know, I don't know. It's all up to the NPC. You know who runs the NPC, and we know they're not a big fan of women's bodybuilding. You know, reason why it's still around because the fact is it's a division that really is for those competitors who are growing and evolving, and it's hard to stay ooh, in a division where you outgrow it. You know, no point trying to squeeze yourself if a physique competitor know you are pretty much almost a bodybuilder. So I want to get your thoughts and opinions of it. You can leave a comment after the video. You can share with me what you feel is the right thing, with bodybuilding. Um, like I said again, like so like Rachel and both Jamie got the pleasure to interview these two ladies. I know it was tough, the sacrifice you have to make, get up in the morning to work out, to try to make it to work. Um, you know, I just, what do you want to say? Okay, I just got Mr. Man Big Keith. It's timing. But like I said, I don't know, folks. I'm gonna hold on a little bit for maybe he might come in and give his thoughts because you gotta remember he has to remember I'm on Eastern time, he's on Central. So when it's 3 my time, it's 2 his time. And I already sent him the link. Eh, I might send it again. And I ain't gonna say it too long. But Eastern time we would like to say. So anyway, there's not much going on after this. After this, we have a couple more weeks left of this year. Then we gonna have a bit of a dry spot, and also usually I have Must Talk Monday by every Monday, but the Monday after next I will not have Must Talk Monday. I will you know drop it because the fact is we're because it's Christmas. Um, excuse me, on Monday, and what's the I'll be visiting with family and friends, or mostly family, and I don't know. There's no point to having it, but we will be back Monday for the new year. Which, if everybody's sober by then, because the new year is going to be on a Monday. The first of January will be on Monday, so we will have almost talk money on there. We can do what's plans for coming up. Like that's why I always like to have people give me their thoughts of what you want us to talk about in bodybuilding, and whatever it is, whatever subject you want to talk about, I'm happy to hear it. You know. So anyway, got here my man Balls Deep coming through. He says smash that like button. Thank you, Balls Deep. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, while I'm here, this news I did see, and I think we can talk about this since I'm burning up time, waiting for my big brother. And as you know, this is some news I saw. It was posted by Female Bodybuilding Channel. And here he is. Just popped in.
You're listening to
Yeah. Yeah. What up? Well, you got to
Look,
remember,
man, my black ass is tired. You got a lot of shit going on. I
well,
was like, what time is it?
you didn't have to. If you're tired, just tell me you're not ready to go.
No, no, no. I just had solar guy here doing some shit, all kinds of stuff going on. It was a long weekend.
I understand. Yeah. But anyway, I was gonna get your thoughts on about the new pros. As you know, I think, yeah.
Do you really want my thoughts about
Go ahead. That's
it?
why because you're a judge, you understand this stuff better than I
Well,
do.
I mean, here's the thing. The problem is, you want to give out two pro cards for every other class for women's bodybuilding, which is a class that you need to give out the most pro cards for because there ain't enough fucking women pro bodybuilders.
Hmm.
Makes no sense. You know, makes no sense whatsoever how they do nationals. Whatsoever. You want to give a pro card out, two classes, but women's bodybuilding, that's how it works?
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
That's just ridiculous. Oh, so the sport says to women's bodybuilding that has the least amount of competitors, let's give out one pro card too, but give out two to every other class. That's already overflooded with fucking people. Ah, yeah. Makes no
I,
sense to me.
hey, well, you're the man who's on the inside. You it doesn't
Look,
make sense.
man, I told you it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I know. Because, like I said, like, at least I think two ladies that competed would probably have been double, pro card winners. Because one lady earned a pro card in physique, one earned her, two earned a pro card physique. One earned her physique in bodybuilding, one earned her in
TJ.
bodybuilding, hmm, uh, and one
Look,
earned her pro card in figure and physique.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like you're really gonna get more competitors if you have some women double dipping. You're just gonna get an extra
That's
pro
like,
card
I
somebody
mean,
else.
at some point in time, you got to, it's bullshit. Here's the thing. This is why they do it. And we know why they do it. They do it because if you cross over from women's bodybuilding to women's physique, if the entry fees are $350 per class, who's coming up? The promoter. So no shit. I'll let them do it too. Was 1,000 athletes at nationals? Half of them cross over, especially in women's physique and women's bodybuilding, and some guys in classic physique, et cetera, et cetera, or bodybuilding and classic physique. That's a lot of goddamn bread that somebody's getting at the end of the day. That's crazy.
Hmm. Yeah,
We
this is a
always
show
talk
where
about it. We know it's about if it don't,
money.
IFBB or the NPC, it's about money.
Hmm.
So let them
Well,
cross over. We'll
yeah.
we'll take the money in both classes. Shit, same
Well,
thing with dairy shows. Same thing.
hmm, yeah. Well, we got some news. I saw this. The female Bible just posted it. That as you know, Natalia Coelho, she already announced that she's going to do defend her titles in both New York Pro and Pittsburgh Pro, and
Who?
also, yeah, Natalia Coelho.
She's doing bodybuilding.
No, she's in physique.
Oh,
Yeah, she ain't gonna go to bodybuilding.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
stupid.
But also, Ann Moon is also saying she's gonna compete at the New York Pro in 2024.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
So I'm like this. It's not worth the money and waste your time. You know who's gonna win.
Exactly.
I mean, she
Like
has
I
come
told you,
out.
she's like Dexter, just stealing checks.
Yeah, she has come out. Yeah,
Just stealing
because
money. That's bullshit. Especially when you
with
already qualified for the Olympia. You know what I'm saying?
and with Ann, she has to come all the way from France compete in the show.
So you coming all the way to France just to get your ass kicked? Is that what you're saying?
I believe pretty much.
That makes no sense whatsoever, bro. But maybe
But
if she off, maybe if Natalia's off. But
she has
she
to.
she's looking to whoop everybody's ass that she can since she lost her title this year.
Yeah, because she just did a show. Was it last month? This was maybe 2 3 weeks after the Olympia. That was a show in Atlantic in Fort Lauderdale, the Atlantic Coast Pro.
You know what?
And
You know what I think that's going on with her though is I think that promoters are paying her to come to shows because it'll boost up their attendance for shows. That's what I think is happening with her. Because why would you do these nickel and dime shows?
hmm and you don't have the Arnold. You don't have William Zeke at the Arnold anymore. So You know.
Yeah. Oh, I put their ass on blast on social media because I was like, I said, how the hell are you calling yourself? How the hell are you calling yourself a sports festival? But you're taking shit out. You got everything in there, but you got everything in. You got everything at the Arnold Classic in the sports festival, but women's bodybuilding, women's physique. So how do you call yourself a sports festival?
And also they kicked that figure too. So
Exactly.
that's
So how is it a
so.
sports festival? Fucking pole dancing ain't a fucking sport.
Well,
Fuck
I
out of here.
know, I know quite a few ladies who made some money off of pole dancing.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the shit that they got made, it's supposed to be a sports festival. It's not a sports festival if you're excluding, that's like Olympics excluding certain shit out of the Olympics, you know?
Well, you remember a while
And
back
I know
they
they
took
have
out,
done it, but they're
yeah, they
bringing
took
some
out
stuff back.
baseball. Yeah, they took
You know,
out
shit, they
baseball
need
and
to have flag
softball.
football in the goddamn Olympics now. What the hell?
Well, they can't have American football, but they can have soccer. That's football. And you just
No,
now
they
know
have flag football in the Olympics this year.
what?
Yes, you didn't know that?
No, you know that.
Yeah,
I
the
know they
flag
brought back.
football shit at halftime at the Chiefs game I was at. They had the three-time national champions from Ottawa on the halftime. They were a halftime show in the middle of the football game at halftime. That was a halftime show. Oh yeah, the NFL ain't stupid. That's why I say when we have these discussions, the NFL ain't stupid because they understand they're going to get every demographic possible. And it was women, not men. It was women out in the middle of the field at halftime playing flag football.
Oh wow! Because
Yeah, it's
I
in the
know,
Olympics now, bro.
they're bringing back baseball and softball.
Nope, flag football too. Shit.
Crazy! Wow.
What are
But
you doing? Give me.
yeah, he's playing daddy right now, folks. So you gotta.
Sorry, my son climbed up in the goddamn refrigerator.
Oh
Trying
God.
to, instead of asking dad for milk, he trying to climb up. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
That's the thing, but especially with little children,
Yep.
they are,
Pro
you gotta keep.
bodybuilder, daddy, everything else.
Yeah, well, you're jack of all trades,
Multitasking,
brother.
like
Well,
multitasking.
that's something you gotta learn. That's something you gotta learn. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's crazy how promoters are paying her to come do shows where
I mean, think about it. Wouldn't that make sense? Why would she be going to do all these shows for $2,000 checks?
well, I know Pittsburgh, Sarah Vick was put up the money for that show. It was like $20,000. I don't know if she's still
Yeah.
doing it or not.
For the Pittsburgh Pro?
Yeah, I know Sarah was doing it for the last couple of years, and there's a show in Texas where she puts up 15,000.
Yeah.
So the question is, would she do Texas? You know,
Yeah.
you know, it's cost of traveling. I mean, even if you do have sponsors,
The Texas show is though Sarah's show, right? I don't think
well,
Natalia would do that show.
well it's it's she's there. But yeah, it's not. I don't know if it's like Sarah. She doesn't promote the show. Somebody else promotes the show. She just puts up the prize money and the trophy.
That I have the information correct as well. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. Which is like I said, I mean, hell, what did she make at the Olympia? 25 grand. So she just, I mean, and again, at the end of the day, it's like you're doing all these shows, your ass gonna be burnt out by the time you get to the Olympia next year. Is a question.
Well, she did the same thing kind of last year. She did like two
Is
shows
that
where
really
after.
healthy?
I don't know. You got to ask her because
Yeah,
she's just 27. When you remember when we were that age, you can run all night and run all day.
yeah, shit. But everybody needs a break. That's like I sent homegirl another message. The girl who was 6 at the Worlds. I sent her another message. I'm like, hey, can me and George get you crickets? Nothing. I'm like, are y'all that? And I even told her who I was. I'm like, y'all all that y'all can't even accept the invitation to a podcast? Really? So you were 6 at Worlds. I never even heard of her until I seen her that day. But I thought to get people on, to give them publicity, that'd be a good thing. Haven't heard a word from her. I'm like, cool.
Well, here's brother. don't waste time. People don't want to waste time with us. Let's focus on people that do.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why
Because
I'm
right,
like, that's why. What's her name again? The girl was six. You know what I'm talking about. She went from
Melissa
women's,
Tyke.
huh?
Melissa Tyke.
Yeah, whatever.
Uh,
Yeah, like I
well,
sent her
all
an
I got.
invitation on IG, and and that's the problem. That's what Raheem talking about. You want to help the sport. You want to get the sport out there for the name. Do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you talking to some fucking creepers, motherfucker. I'm a pro. I'm a three-time pro athlete, and current IFBB pro bodybuilder, inviting you on our fucking podcast, and you can't even respond back, and then you wonder why the sport is fucking dying because
Well,
of people like you. No
well,
offense at all.
here's the thing, brother. Don't get mad. Let it go. Because
God
she
damn.
doesn't.
I'm this for real, though.
I
Like,
understand.
come on, man.
I understand. Because this person who understands the most is this is KL. He says, "Yes, Keith. They think they all that, but you could take George's advice." Yeah, and and he's just
Yeah, I
saying,
am going
"Yo,
to take his
yo,
advice,
yo,
but,
yeah,
it
yeah."
just pissed me off when the guy put so
I
much
know.
time and energy trying to bring love to their category, and guess what? And then, at the end of the day, no respect. At least you be like, I decline, I'm not interested, nothing. I'm like, come on now, I even introduced who I was. You can check out my IG, you know who the fuck I am. So, let's keep it 100, but whatever.
When KL says, "Welcome to the club," well, like I said, this is what I do. I don't
Yeah.
worry about that. I move on. I focus
Yeah.
like I got an interview coming up on Wednesday.
Oh no,
Anderson,
I moved on too, but I just want to put her on blast, just so people
well,
know that a person who's sitting there trying to promote her, I see her, her little IG videos or her, I don't know, I guess it's called it powerlifting because she doing 2 or 3 reps and lifting heavy ass weight, but really not, it is what
well,
it is, but whatever.
well, his thing is, brother, I don't let somebody, you know, make them too much of importance. They don't feel like I'm important for them. We got here KL the Wonder come through. I think
Okay.
he also has to vent a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
KL,
Welcome to the club, Keith. That's what I
Hey, you know what? No, but the
Welcome
bullshit
to the
thing is,
club,
KL,
bro.
is I'm a pro. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
if
not
I send
mad
you
at
a
you.
message extending like, hey, like Andrea, I understand she's busy, but I'm gonna get her on the show. I'm
Yeah.
busy. She's a busy girl, training clients and stuff. And times don't like leaving Lori, and little mama out of Pittsburgh. I understand everybody has different schedules, but at least respond like, I declined at this time, or I'm busy, or something like that, but not responding. I'm like, come on, bro. At the end of the day, no offense, no, who are you to me? For real.
I
like
don't
I
know what
said,
to
I
tell
wouldn't.
you.
I
I
know
go
y'all.
through that all the time. Like, maybe some of them be like, tell me that, but very rare. But, I
Mhm. Yeah, and I've been turned down before. I had people say, "Nah, they're not interested," or this and that. But you know what? Like I said again, I move on. I got an interview coming up with Anastasia Ryder coming up Wednesday. I got an interview tomorrow. She's not in the bodybuilding world, but she is an MMA fighter that was Monica Medina. I mean, I talk to people that really want to share their stories. If these other people don't want to, that's on them, because you got to think about it. Other than Female Bodybuilding Channel or Didi on the Spot or David at Female Bodybuilding Forum, or even Isabel, how many people are going to reach out to you and bring you on, do a live stream or a podcast?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Especially when your brand is bleeding.
Yeah.
You know.
And you need all the help you can get. I mean, it's just especially that one of the guys who's supposed to be the guy who's supposed to be the savior for me as bodybuilding. And I'm shouting his name, Jake. Yo Jake. I want that money. I want that gun. I always got to do that every time I say Jake's name. But the ladies who do want to take a time out, I just talked to a lady right now. We were responding to her IG. I got to talk to her later, and we'll set up something for her with her. And also, I got some more ladies I'm talking with. You got to let them come in slow and steady, like especially get the ones who just got their pro cards. Like in the movie Green Mile, get them while they're young. You want to get them while they just be pros. They really want to get their
Get
feet
them
wet.
while
They
they're
want to get.
untainted.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing: at the end of the day, it's like you're in a sport where you want to come on to something like this to voice your opinion on, to even give guidance on how you think what direction the sport should be going in, and things like that, but they're not, so I'm like, and they wonder, that's why Andrea, I know she hasn't been on our cast, and she's 4-time Miss World and Miss Olympia. But when you meet Andrea Shaw, she's the most humblest person on the face of the earth, and her schedule is just her schedule. But she brands herself well, and that's the problem with all these other girls. They don't brand themselves. And Raheem says it best. It's like, what are you guys doing to promote yourself? This can't be all up to Jake Woods. This can't be all up to the IFBB. At some point in time, it's just like watching the Chiefs game. And Patrick Mahomes being pissed off at the referees for a bad call. But at some point in time, your wide receivers who dropped 31 balls this year, you got to hold their ass accountable. These athletes have to hold themselves accountable to publicize themselves and get themselves out there as well. That's just how it works. Because like Samson Dua, who's a friend of mine, I mean, the crazy thing is this dude has won what? He won the Arnold. He was third at the Olympia. He won the Run Romania show, and then he run the Czech Republic show, the Prague show, and the shit. He can't even get a house. He can't even get a house because he's self-employed. So he says, he and his wife went to buy a house in England, and they got to wait another 6 months because IFB, the way the IFBB works, we're all self-employed. So it's a tough thing to do when you're self-employed in this industry because of the way we get paid and the money that we make. So that being said, when it comes to this, these girls need to get on podcasts like this for these very reasons, to get themselves out there, get their names out there, get used to speaking in front of cameras and live audiences and stuff like that, but they don't, and that's the problem. And they got to be willing to help themselves before. Maybe I guess they talk on their fans only page or whatever the fuck may be. I guess they got to get paid to talk. But I'm
Yeah,
good with that.
yeah.
Some of
I
them
reached
want you
out.
to pay on this stuff. So
Yeah, I reached out to a Olympia level competitor about doing an interview, and then she sent me to somebody else, and then they told me they had a price range, like it was like maybe $90 for 30 minutes, and then $100 for this
To
minute,
come
and
on
then
your
like an
show?
hour.
rewind
Yeah,
that again. Can you rewind that? Say that again.
it
90.
was like
$90
What?
for 30 minutes?
that's
$90.
what it was for
Hey,
30
is that
minutes.
is that like kind of like Instagram where they can create so many posts for you and shit? Hey, look who's that right there. Who's that? Is
That's your
that
lovely wife. Hello there.
See your face doing
the. She said they got George said girls said they'll come on the show if you pay them $90 for 30 minutes. What the fuck? He was like, shut up. That's some bullshit. Like, who
I,
are you for one? I can see
well,
like
she
Andrea doing it or something like that, but I don't even see her doing some shit like that. Look, I give you 30 minutes. Clock starts now.
yeah.
That's some bullshit, dog.
I put the name in the private part. Y'all can see it because we don't want. I don't want to, put her business out there. But I can understand. You want to make your money, but at the same time, it's not like no one really know who you are. It's one thing if you get like a
George, so I
high.
should be charging your ass for this shit. 3-time pro athlete, Super Bowl champion. I should be charging you 30 minutes, $90, 30 minutes.
I got $10 in my pocket, brother. You want it?
I got $10 in my pocket. We need to go get a loan from Jake. Jake.
But Jake, I want that money. I want that. We got here one of your buddies here. This is a Kadeem. He Hamilton says, "Is that Keith in the house?" Yes, that's Keith. Keith
Yeah.
in the house.
Raheem, these girls they need to seek out your consultation and get their heads out of their asses and get from what the shit George's been telling me now, boy. We've been asking this question: how do we get these girls more publicity? Well, you can't get yourself more publicity unless you create publicity for yourself, which are rare out there because supplement companies are signing women bodybuilders. Magazines aren't signing women bodybuilders. They're not doing that. Because some of the appeals out there, unless you're Andrea Shaw, which is it is what it is. And I think Muscular Development stopped their publication. So after I think last month or whatever the case may be. But again, at the end of the day, it's like, how do you get your name and how do you get your likeliness out there? At the end of the day, I get a substantial check from my sponsors, but guess what? I gotta post content every week. I gotta do things, and like the girl who we were just mentioning before, I see her stuff on IG, but watching you do 2 or 3 reps of a exercise, I'm like, what am I really looking at? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
is
And then like this also, there's you got to think about it. Social media is very popular, especially things like IG, Twitter, all of this. And it's good to start with your grassroots fans, like people like you, like myself, KL and Raheem and you. The grassroots fans is the ones that get your attention. You want to reach out to your fan base, and that is people who follow women in bodybuilding. Not so much, you're not going to get with the mainstream because they don't like it. Raheem, this is from Raheem says this. He's speaking on Keith says, Keith, if you're a Super Bowl champion, I want to see the rings.
well, the funny thing is, Raheem, is I'll bring him on the next show, but when I moved from my house that I have next door to my new house, I was freaking out because I couldn't find him. And my mother-in-law went and put him in her safety deposit box, which is like an hour and a half from me. But so I'll bring him out the next time. I would bring one up. They're just too gaudy and ridiculous. So, but I'll have to bring one out so you can check it out, bro.
Well,
So,
you need to
but
prove anything, Raheem. We know you're champion anyway. But
there's
yeah, I
there's
think
there's a safety deposit box.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, they need to understand, especially these like we talk about Mr. Tyke and some others. It's the grassroots fans that keep y'all going. It's the guys
Exactly.
who do go to your if you have an OnlyFans, who's on your
Here, here's
OnlyFans.
here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this as an IFBB pro, whatever Tyke, whatever her name is, as a men's open pro, which our class makes, 400,000 if you're the champion, and y'all make 50,000. No disrespect. At the end of the day, I'm an advocate for you guys. I am, not only is Tina a pro, but I'm an advocate for this show and George because George is on here not getting paid to advocate for you ladies. I ain't getting paid. KL is not getting paid to be on here advocating for you. So if we're inviting you on the show, any of you ladies that are listening to this podcast, we'll invite you on the show. Why don't you accept the invitation? Go on so we can get some insight from you guys. I got insight. I live with the IFBB Woman Pro, you know, and get some insight, on what you guys think the direction the sport should go in. Because at the end of the day, this show is all about you guys. It ain't about me. It ain't about George. It ain't about KL. It ain't about Raheem. It's about you ladies out here. So the way you get your social media up and make your social media probably even bigger and things like that is getting on shows and giving us your perspective on what the way you think your sport should go in. Because as we all know, and we keep saying it repetitively, was simply this: the one class that's not getting the respect is women's bodybuilding. It's not. You know, if you're giving 2 pro cards out at nationals in every class but women bodybuilding, what's that saying to you? If the guys are making 400,000 but you're making 50,000, what is that saying? If they're cutting women's shows down, but every other class is getting more shows or building up and making more shows, what does that say? So you guys all need to stand up and speak for yourselves. So that, but that's the problem. That lies the problem. Or am I wrong?
Yeah. Well, KL, what's your thoughts?
I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, it's like it. Nobody don't really like pay attention to this sport like that, and so when you kind of have like an interest of reaching out to these women, it's really tough to
Don't
rather
be a
to
goddamn
to
diva.
rather you care, huh?
Said, don't be a diva.
Yeah, don't be a diva. I mean, some of them like some of them I'm not gonna shit on everybody because
Nah,
everybody ain't like that,
nope.
but it's a lot. Like anytime, it's like I'll like send a post and stuff. Hey, how you doing? I have the interest of wanting you to come to my podcast, talk about how you became a bodybuilder and all this stuff. And and it's like a lot of them they won't respond to you, or if they do see it, they not going to say anything like that. So, I don't
They'll
know. It
tell
is what it is.
I'll do
I
an
just
interview with you
shift.
on my fans only page.
Well, Raheem says this. He says they need personality, and he says 50,000 is fire, but compared to the men, it's still a little drop of a bucket. Because
Chump change.
if you do a show like you miss like the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, and get at least $300,000, and do the Olympia, and you can do, you know, nearly $500,000, or you can do even just a regular qualification show and walk away with maybe $30,000 or $40,000. You know, that's
Well,
still,
shit. I mean, did you see the announcement that Dubai is bringing open bodybuilding in 2024, which will be the third biggest bag for men's behind the Olympia and the Arnold. And now Dubai's put on the show, so I imagine that show will be uh, at least 100 grand.
hmm and more likely they're not gonna have women's bodybuilding or physique. They might just have bikini and wellness. You
Exactly.
know, yeah, those more aesthetically pleasing divisions that they could probably pass off. But there's quite a few female bodybuilders that live in Dubai. You know, Hello, she's still in Dubai. A couple others
Yeah.
live in Dubai. I don't know if any
And
homes
that's the
would.
thing, like that. I mean, like if you got Helena out there, those are, and I know, seeing the legends. That's part of the thing is having somebody like that who are talking to these promoters, like, hey, why are we bringing women's bodybuilding to the? Why, I'm here in Dubai, I'm training people, this and another. I'm a world champion. Why aren't we bringing women bodybuilding to this? Those are the people, especially if she's there, to be able to talk to these promoters, like, what are we, chopped liver? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many girls that'll fly out to Dubai and do the Dubai, show, but it's worth a gander.
hmm Yeah,
Mm.
and I think it's opportunity. I mean, you know, it's just the cost of it has to be the girls with deep pockets, so who can afford it, or you can start saving now. But we all know it's going to be the divisions that are more aesthetically pleasing. It's going to be because there's more of those girls close in that area. I don't know. Somebody me someone like Tiana Flex wouldn't mind doing it, or someone like Anastasia Wright, not Anastasia Wright, Anastasia Kobaleva. Maybe Natalia Kobaleva. She has a backer. Jake has deep pockets. I think that would be a great opportunity. But we all know that part of the world is still have the idea of what women should be like, and I think only other than bikini and wellness and maybe a few girls, not to me anyone above those divisions is going to be there.
I think he muted his phone.
I think he's
He
mute.
probably talking to his wife.
He's talking
Yeah,
to the wife. Yeah. So
yeah.
It looks
What's the upcoming show? What's the upcoming show for women's bodybuilding? Or they just having
well, well, April is supposed to be the Triple O Dynasty. That's coming the 6th of April. That's going to be the first show for women's bodybuilding. Um, there's
um
also I don't know when they're going to have the Vancouver Island show. That usually came in April. We might come in April again. Then you have New York. Uh, After that, you're gonna have some dead spots because the fact is there's many shows, and it's gonna be like really, like I said, unless some promoters step up and bring some more shows, it's gonna be very small, few shows for women's bodybuilding for next year. We got here. This is
um,
from Raheem Hamilton. He says this. He says, "So let them continue to bitch and complain. Then, I mean, if there are podcast shows to get them beam out there and they are not taking it up, then they can still complain." Yeah. So, like I said, that's why I'm not going to waste my
mhm,
time. If I've seen your message, I've seen your quest, that's up to you if you want to take it, you know. But like I said, you're not going to get too many people other than maybe like I said, I saw a video with like someone like one person was shot, Danielle Willis. Danielle Willis is doing good work. She's doing interviews with some
yeah,
ladies. Also, Isabel Terrell. I just saw her. She did an interview with Chelsea Dion, a figure competitor, and Mela. But that interview was done the month right around the Rising Phoenix, and they just put it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
okay,
if you remember Bobby Channel, got a video coming up with Anastasia Ryder. I got my interview coming with her, and I got some
Go
other
ahead.
ladies I'm
Right
still
around the
talking
corner
to.
in the bathroom.
But it's about you have to
Wait,
realize
and then
that
take a
there's
left.
people out there
Right there.
who genuinely want to see y'all succeed, and we want to give you opportunity to share a platform, opportunity to share your voice. I just interviewed a lady from South Africa. She's an amateur.
yeah. I seen that one.
Zoe,
Zoe,
great lady,
yeah,
beautiful.
Zo-
Yeah, yeah,
Zoe,
from South Africa, other side of the world. Now she's still an amateur, and I've interviewed two women from that country. That's Tiana Flex, who's an IFP pro, and Blessing Christopher, who's an amateur. And if these three women from another part of the world can come on here and talk about themselves, Why not women here in the backyard?
Because the arrogance, the American arrogance and bullshit like that is real, with a lot of these women. And like I said, the frustrating thing for me, George, is to over the last years that I've known you, to watch how much heart and soul that you put into these women and research that you put into these women, and not in a creepy way, but in a professional manner, in which you're trying to get more attention to women's bodybuilding, and for them to be so disrespectful, it's frustrating. It's frustrating as it's frustrating as and this doesn't fucking affect me whatsoever, because IFBB and Men's Open, we strong as ever. We making bread, we making money. So to come on this show and be an advocate for women, but they don't want to be an advocate for themselves, is just it's just frustrating. You
Mhm.
know?
Yeah, I know understand because you know what? Why someone say I do this because I like doing this, and yeah, it just can get you frustrated. But you know what? I like to give these ladies opportunities to share their stories, and not like I said again, no one else is doing it. So other than maybe the female Bobby channel and also the other podcasters, live streamers that are doing that talk about this
TV on the
the
spot.
division, TV on spot, the rest of them, but just saw Dave just did an interview with a young lady who is a pro and figure. Blanca, I hadn't listened to all of it. I was doing some stuff on listening to some of it. And shout out to Dave. I mean, he's doing good work. And these other ladies, like I know my man here, KL, he had to interview a lady. He had to pay her, and I
Hey,
know
what?
Who's this? Who's
that
this?
Marina,
Oh yeah, yeah. I did. I paid.
yeah,
Yeah, sometimes I do. I'm not gonna
Hey,
lie to you. I do. I paid her. I paid her on. I paid her what? Like how much I paid her? Like fifty
don't say the price.
dollars.
Don't say the price. Don't say the
Yeah.
price.
So she was. So um, what happened? She got an attitude because I think I had a waiting or something, and I because my one of my family members was in the house, and I didn't want them to disturb me and stuff. So long story short, she ain't like the idea of me that I had her waiting. So she kind of postponed it to another day. So when
yeah.
that same day came, I don't know, she was acting up,
Hit me up tomorrow, boss.
and it is what it is. She stood there like maybe like about what, like 10 minutes. We was talking. She didn't like me asking her questions. I was like asking her
Who is
like
this?
how it is to be a bodybuilder. I'll send you the link. Just send up a link.
Yeah,
You can
Yeah,
send
see
me the
it.
link.
if you want to see it, let me see. Let me pull it up, and I can find it. And she just turned pro. Uh, at the Olympia, she got a pro card at the Olympia. She did a little interview with Glenn over at the female with his podcast. I don't want to show it because I think it's also connected to the female body channel, and they say I can't show in this stuff because it's
But show them,
copyrighted.
show them, show 'em my stuff. Show 'em my
I
stuff,
can.
bro.
Let me see. I gotta go through and find you. But it was a short
But
interview.
sometimes I can't. I don't really want to stress myself out. Yeah, I just kind of have to change lanes and stuff. I'm not the advocate of female bodybuilders. I just like, look, I admire you women and stuff like that, but I can't be no advocate and I'm getting shitted on like that. So
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Again, here's the thing.
I'd
And I
rather
can
be called a
I
creep.
can say I mean you guys have spoken with Tina, and and I can say this about even somebody like Andrea. They're the most humblest people on the face of the planet. Humblest, open to questions. When I was in Detroit, sitting there talking to Andrea, she was like an open book. You know, for me to ask questions, to me get insight on on a lot of things, which we are working to get. I am working on personally to get on the show, and I consider Andrea family to me. And she's busy. She trains a lot of people. When I went to her world, Andrea trains a lot of people. She travels a
Mhm.
bunch, and things like that. So some people's schedules, but when you're one of these girls like Kale's talking about, and these girls who have these funky ass attitudes who are not at that level, you know, and probably will never be at that level, it's come
She
on,
just
like
turned pro too. She
it's like
just turned pro.
you have to make yourself, here's what a lot of people say about me, being a three-time pro athlete. I'm a dude who, I walk around like a normal human being. I try not to be any different than anybody else. And I try to be, and I am as friendly with people as I possibly can be and respectful because, I mean, I have a busy schedule. Just have my solar guy here because I'm putting solar panels on my house, but I'm making time to be an advocate for
So
this
yes.
for women in this
So
sport. But
what
if you
what
can't
why
make
the
time,
switch to
if you
to
can't make time
because
for us,
you like bodybuilding?
huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. you got your own thing. Okay. Yeah. Because you
Yo, we
know,
don't see
man.
it, George.
Yeah, I'm about to cue it up a bit because I found it.
Okay.
Give me a minute, and I'm going to cue it up, and you can listen to it, and y'all can give y'all thoughts and your opinions. So we got here from this is for Raheem. Before I start, I said Raheem says, I'm I go, so I gotta hate on these but ladies who stop pocket watching, let your sport grown as its own. Stop worrying about the memes makes. Hockey is not the highest paying sport in North America, and yet, guys, also, he says, so this was says, all right. And also, got a lot from Raheem saying this. He also says this. Off topic, I'm an actor, been acting for 8 years, and when there are film projects that don't pay it, if I love the script, I'm down for it. That's true. A lot of actors would say, let some actors would do movies, even though they can probably make a lot of money, but they'll do a movie because it was a good script or they're friends with whoever's produced the movie and is doing it as a favor. So we're gonna pull up here is KL's interview with Marina,
Yeah, my
and
best friend.
and you can listen to it for a bit and give your thoughts.
It's Monday, another week, and I have a lovely guest. Her name is Martina Lopez, and she's gonna tell her story how she became a bodybuilder, and she do other things as well. So, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm doing great. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. We talking a bit, and
Yeah,
so you live in, so you're from Spain.
I'm from Spain, yes.
Uh, how is it? How's life in Spain like as a bodybuilder?
Well, I think bodybuilding lifestyle is everywhere the same, so it's not
Uh,
depends on on the place you live. So
um,
we have our training, our discipline life, our meals, cardio. Yeah, it's pretty busy life.
it was just a breaking the ice question. So but it's it's everybody got their different story. Some people you know they kind of have like negative reactions or bodybuilders and stuff like that. So so how you got started?
No, in Spain, no, they have a lot of admiration for athletes here.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think do you know Virginia Sanchez?
yes.
Yeah,
She's from
I
my
think that's the body. Huh?
She lives in the same area as me.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So you guys work out together?
No, not we don't live in the same city, but we live in the same district. So she's from
Oh,
Alicante, as I know as well. So
okay. So how you got started doing what you're doing as a bodybuilder?
what do you mean?
Like what how did it start for you? Like of the beginning.
The beginning. So before I was a judo fighter, professional judo fighter for many years, and started had to start working out the gym as well to get more muscles and stuff. And yeah, that's when I started get slowly into it. And I was living in Cuba before, and I had my trainer there, and yeah, that was like the beginning of everything.
Oh, okay. Well, what was it like? Kind of like when you was in front of like the audience and like when your first competition.
I started first competing in 21, my first competition in the wellness division, and yeah, I had very good results. I won my first competition. Then I do a lot of big competition in Europe. I did the Muscle Fest Pro. I placed second. I compete in France, in Italy. Always very good placing. After I moved up to women's physique division last year, and this year I moved up to women's bodybuilding.
Oh, that's good. And so how you like bodybuilding? Like is the
I love. I always wanted to be bodybuilding division, so it was just a matter of time.
camera is a bit slow. Yeah, your camera stopped. Yeah, hello, you can hear me?
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here so you can get to more of the interview.
Hello, you mute. You switched to it's because you like bodybuilding.
Yeah,
That okay, yeah, because wellness, it's like the women, it's a like a criteria that their legs are big and their upper body is small and stuff. So you wanted to get more bigger, you wanted to gain more muscle.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I just have to go out. We're gonna stop this here a moment. Be right back.
Maybe we're gonna fast forward a little bit here.
gonna be going through all this stuff on Instagram. Uh, so I was looking forward for this. You know, it's not easy trying to talk to these women, man.
Well, with her situation, more like she was looked like she was with her child, so that could have been just a situation of timing. That sometimes that happens. You know, because she had a little boy with her. I wouldn't get I wouldn't get too bad about it. But yeah, I did watch the interview. But sometimes it's just a timing. She might have gotten busy and then forgot about the interview. But I did reach out to her for an interview. She said she won't get paid, and I don't do paid. I told her I would pay her afterwards if I thought about it. But she said no, I'm getting this. I said no. I said well, it's all right. So I moved on. So we got here. This is from a man. He says this is from a man Raheem. He says, you know, because I work full time, there are other film projects that, and also he says that's being professional. I think he's picking on you. Yeah, but we're not professionals here. I know Keith's a professional. I'm not. KL, he's still working on himself. But as we see like this, you ladies out there, I understand some of you are kind of tentative because of the fact that you want to deal with guys that are too creepy, possessive like that. Yes, right now I am. I do have my Joker image out because I was doing by myself live. So what's the point of me just coming back on camera? I was read the Joker up. That's one of my characters. I use that as sometimes, especially for some ladies who want to just maybe just have a little laugh, be entertaining. This is what I use. But when I do my interviews, I'm talking to you face to face. I understand it can be frustrating for especially for content makers to reach out to these ladies. But at the same time, you know what? I don't try to focus on too much of one person. It's like fishing. I never liked fishing, but my mom and my brother used to love it. You go out there, you throw that line, you sit there, you wait for a while, and you get a bite and you reel it in. But then you got to take it really
Man,
slow.
George, I don't think you that creepy, bro. It don't got
Dude,
nothing to you
dude,
being
dude,
that creepy, man.
dude, if you
Stop
really
it,
know,
man.
if you really
Yeah,
know,
the amount of videos that you got, man. Nah, I'm not even buying that, yo.
but it's
Nah,
about
it ain't
sometimes
got nothing to do.
it's about the right person in the right time too. But also some women are kind of, but also sometimes the women also are kind of tentative. Some ladies say they're shy, they don't want to do it. As reached out to one lady just trying to get a pro debut. And I say, I know you say you were shy, but if you want to come back on, you want to talk about your experience, let me know. She said she's thinking about it. So I'm waiting on her. I'm not going to rush her. She get back and get ready. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
about maybe just what the right words to say. Sometimes it's about maybe the right people to talk to. It takes time, never easy, but you're doing
Some
your
of
thing.
them, some of them, I don't know. Like some of them, they have like this. They could be emotional imbalance and stuff, and some of them they have issues, and it's like you're not really kind of used to dealing with that too much. So, sometimes I gotta just like shift it. I just do like try to do like comic book artists or anything, like talk to them or something. Because
Yeah,
if
that's why you
the
say that's
bodybuilders ain't, huh?
that's why you say you're working within your wheelhouse and your talent. That's good. But
Yeah,
sometimes, yeah, even there could be times where if you get to the right girl at the right time, like that's why I say I try to jump at these girls who just get the pro cards because they're not as even though sometimes even the women amateurs can be a little bit tainted, a little bit discouraged. But you get
yeah,
to the right
yeah,
ones and then in a good place where they want to talk and they want to share their stories. That's good. But sometimes you're gonna, like I said, it's like, you're gonna get a few women who just say, I don't wanna die, I don't wanna, yeah, 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 yeah. But like I said, if those
yeah,
are those type of women, you move on from them. Like I said again, it's like fishing. You throw your line out, you see who gets the bait, and you just reel them in. Just reel them in.
yeah. It's a lot of fishes out there.
Yeah. That's what I
It's
say,
not
there's a lot
easy
of
to
fish out
hook.
there to see. Yeah. See, this man,
Yeah.
he calls himself a big one. He called a good fish. He threw out the line, he got a reeled in, and now he's married to her. Yeah. So, gentlemen, like I said, if there's not much else to talk about, I would like to get your thoughts,
Well,
and then we
here's the
go.
thing. At the end of the day, these girls need to quit feeling themselves, especially when you're in a sport that's on to decline. When your sport is declining, you need all the advocates that you can possibly have, and can please and to keep especially when it's like people like George, it's just crazy. I mean, marketability, and Raheem will attest to this, is about you marketing yourself. And when you're sitting here with a sport that's, no offense and all, a dying breed, because it is, you know, to some degree, is one of those things where it's like, come on, quit playing, get yourself some publicity, and help your. Here's the thing, help your sport. It's like you remember the line from what the hell was the movie? Help me help you. Help me.
I know this.
It's with Tom Cruise,
I
the
know.
football movie, with Cuba
Oh,
Downey Jr. Help
Jerry
me,
Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. Help me, help
I ain't see
you.
that movie.
I've seen
Help
that movie dozens of
me,
times.
help you. That's what he said.
Yeah, yeah,
Ladies,
that's
help
Now I got a
us,
movie to see.
help you.
yeah. Kevin
Help
Hart was
us,
saying that
help you.
help me. Yeah, because that's what you need. Because you know what, you complain, you feel like okay, there's not enough moves like this, that. Well, come on here and share your thoughts. I know you're concerned that hey, we're gonna get blackball, black ass, but the fact is, they're not gonna listen to you. If it's like someone else, the other divisions, like in men and women's, like bikini or wellness, the divisions that really in the mindset of the NPCIB matters, and they start talking like that, then they're
But
saying sour grapes.
but I don't understand. Get blackball from what? If you're sitting here speaking your mind about the sport and making the sport better, and how it gets people interested, and wanting to fight for you. That's why I'm on here every Monday, to fight for Tina and every other woman in the sport. The disparities of what you guys are compensated compared to us guys, is not fair. It shouldn't be something I should be saying. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's the truth. But I don't. We sit here for hour or two, sitting here discussing how to make you guys' future better, but y'all don't want to help make your future better. So
Like there's an old Russian saying, sometimes you can't save a drowning man, so you just let him drown because you don't want to drown yourself.
yeah,
But
can't
like I
walk a
said,
horse to water if they don't want to drink.
or like Money Mike said, you can't walk take a hose, so you can't take a hose to water. You can't make a thing.
For real, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like it's some creepy shit going on here. I've done a ton of these episodes with you, George. It's not like some creepy shit going on here. It's real talk. It's fighting for women's bodybuilding and how they don't understand or get that. It just tells you why they're in the disarray that they're in with this particular class. You know, I'm sure if you did a bikini show or a wellness show or a women's physique show or men's body, there would be people like, let's go, let's talk about it. You know, let's go on the show. Let's talk about it. But here you got the one class and that all the classes that has depreciated, and it's depreciated. It was at an all-time high. It's like when Bitcoin came out, and now it's coming back down. So how do you boost it back up? Ladies, it's your job. It's your job. It's your job to advocate for your sport. And
Like
if you
what?
don't want to do that with KL or George or guys who are trying to get some publicity to your sports, then kick rocks. That's all I'm saying. Kick rocks.
Yeah.
That's why the
Like
person that I reached out to in particular, when she didn't respond, this shit don't move me one way or another. You who are you to me? No offense and all. Just keeping it 100. You know, I got championships after championships after championships. And I ain't worried about money. What I am worried about is what I am worried about is your sport, you know, not being around, and dwindling by the year. We haven't seen the 2024 schedule come out, but think about it, ladies. There was 10 women bodybuilders at the Olympia this year. 10. So what does that tell you? And then actually, the girl who I was talking about, I was actually super nice where I was giving her compliments like, wow, you look great, and my wife, is just another person who competes in the class, and so it shouldn't be that creepy,
Yeah.
and things like that. But at the end of the day, hey, you know what, George?
I appreciate you.
Hey, George, on a different note, because something just flashed on my thing. So somebody on IG just hit me up because remember we were talking about like insurance and life insurance. Somebody just hit me up on IG. Now you can get bodybuilders insurance. So if you're a
what?
bodybuilder, you can actually get health insurance. Like they have this person to send me a link. I have to share with you later how bodybuilders can get health insurance. That's pretty interesting.
Well, that's pretty good. I think it's a start. Here we got here from me. Money 2023 says what upcoming women's bodybuilding stars next year 2024 do you see that can possibly be the top contender at the Miss Olympia? I know it's too early to predict, but what do you guys think? We'll get back to that one in a second, and we are here from KL. This is from Raheem Hamilton. KL, you paid her to get on your show. He has a question.
Yeah,
And
so what? So
he
what?
says,
They got
"Wow." Says, "Well, I can't believe you paid her for the interview."
I did, Bubba. I did. I did. I'm not if you want to call me the scum of the earth, I
No,
did.
man, no,
I'm
no,
a
no,
Why?
no, no,
shit.
Why?
don't do
I
that.
don't
Don't
understand.
do
Why
that
would
to
you do some of
yourself.
the earth?
Yeah,
I
don't do
mean,
that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself.
no, you're not. Here's the thing. You're interesting. I mean, her answers are very coy. It's like, I mean, how did you get into sport? Why'd you like the sport? I mean, the questions that you're asking were valid questions because everybody wants insight to how people get involved, how they, whether you're male or female, how did you get into this? What are your thoughts about it? What made you move from wellness to women's physique, from women's physique to bodybuilding? What were the challenges and changes that made you want to sit there? You said you always wanted to be a woman's bodybuilder. How long did it take you for you to put muscle on? Those are valid questions because it's questions that need to be answered because like George said on 2 or 3 podcasts ago, how do we get younger girls to come back to get in the sport? So, these are valid questions that you're asking, KL, because these are questions that the reason why the numbers are not the numbers are not where they should be in women's bodybuilding because some women just don't know what it's all about and what it all entails. Tina's a prime example of that. She just thought she wasn't She was in women's figure, and she started off women's figure, went to women's physique, won a natural show. Everybody thought she was on drugs, and she wasn't. And then and then it came a point in time where she was just at the national level and spinning her wheels because she was just too big. And finally, we decided to pull the trigger and move her to women's bodybuilding. But there's a transition to this, and these girls need to know, like, you hear. I remember a girl when Tina went to women's bodybuilding at Chicago Pro, and they're like, "Why are you doing bodybuilding? There's no money in this." And I'm like, "Well, there's more money in women's bodybuilding than there is women's physique right now. I mean, the money is the same now, but at the time it wasn't." And Tina's like, because some people don't fit into that category, but there's this arrogance amongst like women's physique competitors versus bodybuilders, et cetera, which it's funny to me. It's laughable to me because y'all make the same bag, y'all make the same money, y'all just different sizes. But again, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where people want to know insight to what it takes, why you changed. Like I said, that girl said she was in figure to women's physique to women's bodybuilding, but she always wanted to be a bodybuilder. How long was the transition? How long did it take? And all these other things, that you're asking her. Everything. Here's the thing: everything ain't the same in Brazil or Barcelona, because it's Barcelona, Spain, that it is in America, that it is in England, that it is in South Africa, that it is in different continents and different countries. So don't sit here and tell me, oh, what's the difference between here and there? Fuck, I can tell you the gyms are different. Samson Dua, who I'm a big fan of, that's why I always bring his name up, came to America for the Arnold Classic, was in the grocery store, goes, man, our grocery stores are nothing like this in England. So when you sit there and say some shit like, well, there's no difference between Barcelona, Spain, which I played in Barcelona, Spain, NFL Europe, and America. There's a big ass difference. So don't tell me gyms, equipment, and things like that. There's a big difference. So her being so vain and arrogant about her bullshit, there's a big difference when you go to country. There's a reason why a lot of people will travel from wherever they're living to the States, because Mona, prime example of that, right, George? Mona's a prime example of that, who came here, because she wanted to train in different spaces and atmospheres. So when she's answering these questions, it was almost such a vain arrogance that just like that's a turnoff. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
yeah, and I interviewed a young lady, Laura, she's originally from Poland, but she was living in England. And I just saw her. I saw her IG. She's buying a house here in the States because she's, you remember my interview. She's the lawyer. I forgot to pronounce her name. She's a Polish girl, blonde, very attractive young lady. She did at least 4 shows this year. She has the look that would sell her well. That's why she's coming over here. Because if you remember, there was another movie like to quote, Pretty Woman. And it's the end of the movie where there's one guy. It's Hollywood. Everybody wants to come here, and
Yes.
that's what America is. It's Hollywood. Everybody wants to come here. We got here. This is from KLA. It's from Monday 2023. Says, I always thought bikini and wellness had the boastful, arrogant attitudes when it comes to their divisions, having more recognition than women's bodybuilding with physique. Yeah, that's why it's hard for me getting those competitors on
You
my
know
show.
how
And also, this is from Monday J 2023. He says, KL in next interview, who is it with, and on his channel. So you gotta, who's your next interview? Because I saw you have some interviews coming up.
but for a bodybuilder, well, this person, she's not a bodybuilder. She's a she do calisthenics. She's like a freestyle calisthenics and stuff. She do like flips and all this crazy stuff. She I can't
That's fitness.
explain, but yeah,
Well, if
she
you're
do
doing
like
your
these
fitness,
muscle up pull-ups. Yeah, like muscle up pull-ups type of thing. And she go round around the bar. It's like they call it freestyle calisthenics and stuff. So
with the same within the range of fitness, is still, that's like I said. But yeah, as Key was saying, if you ladies feel that there's not enough people speaking about you, you have the opportunities. I know, like I said again, you do have certain channels that do, but not enough. The guys got at least a 500,000 channels here right now on YouTube. They can go on and talk about themselves. But you ladies have so few. And unless you are wellness bikini or even figure, most time no one's going to give you attention.
I mean, I
Yeah.
could say one thing. What was I about to say? you know how I started. You know, I started, just posting like video slides of bodybuilders, and then I seen George, and he started kind of like interviewing them and stuff. And so, I was like, hey man, how you started getting into this? And then he started telling me, and then, it just for some reason, some of the stuff I got from George, really, tell you the truth. I just wanted to like know, I just wanted to understand that type of world where, these women, work out, and I didn't understand the sport enough. And so I was curious.
So
Yeah.
you were
So
trying to get
it
more insight.
Hmm.
yeah, more insight.
Yeah.
Because I would just post. I was the guy that look at the magazines with the muscle girls, and start whacking off. I'm gonna get real talk, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how, like what how the sacrifice they did and all that type of stuff, and just see them in fetish videos and stuff like that. So
What
that I just do a little bit of stories about them and stuff. That's all.
and
Well,
that
and like I tell people, and I'll always say this: George is to me, in my opinion, and I don't pay attention to a lot of other people's, streams or YouTubes. But when I first started watching George's insight about previews to shows and about, these girls that were doing these shows, it was amazing. It was absolutely
Yeah,
amazing because you got to really know who the person was because he was telling you who they were, what they did, where they're from, how they
yeah,
placed, and all these things
yeah,
as insight. And if these ladies, and I will say, if you ladies cannot respect that shit, you don't deserve George's attention. No offense and all, because that's bullshit. Because like I said, I'm on this show as a backup for George to applaud you ladies for your hard work, to make you understand that you guys are very underrated. But if you can't respect when you have somebody like George and KL trying to advocate for your sport, you don't deserve, like George says, I move on to the next person and they don't deserve my attention. And that's absolutely fair and it's right.
yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, well, we got here from this is from my man Raheem. Sorry, Raheem says, I
oh
see that
boy, this
KL.
dude is oh my.
Just calm down, calm down. I said that KL because of her attitude on your podcast show. She was disrespectful to you. So there you go. Before you start,
Absolutely.
don't jump on
All right.
somebody. Hey,
I,
like I
I
tell you,
I understand. All
all
right.
right,
I'm all right. Okay. Okay.
But
I.
here's the thing. Okay, I'll give you this example. When you go into these things, come in with a script, so that you have her undivided
I
attention, like we talked about, like when she said, I went from
yeah.
women's figure to women's physique to women's body. Okay, for what made you transition to that? George has been doing this a long time, and like you said, I've learned a lot on this podcast, learning from George because even though Tina's a women's bodybuilder now for 4 years, no offense at all, I didn't pay attention to this shit whatsoever until Tina got into it, to be honest.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
you seen it. I knew Iris and, I knew Alina, but really wasn't paying attention to it. Like men's bodybuilding. When I first started competing, I had no fucking clue. I didn't know what a call out was. I was at junior nationals. I heard these guys all talking about, I hope I make the first call out. And I'm looking like, what the hell is that? And I actually made the first call out my first national show. I was the top three. And I was like, I walked off the stage and looked at the guy and like, is that good? He goes, that means you're in the top three. And I was like, great. But there's so much detail when it comes to this sport that people don't know, including myself, and especially women's bodybuilding. That's why I love George's show before even he invited me to come on and be a part of it, because it was giving you insight and information on girls and who they were and what they were doing, where they came from, and all this other stuff. So again, I reiterate the fact that I don't understand why these girls are not wanting to, not saying that they're not wanting to, but are so hesitant to accept the invitation to tell their story. Like Sandra, my ex, who was on Georgia's show. Was it weird watching it? Yeah. But it's one of those things where I understood her story. She asked me if it was okay, and I'm like, yeah. We had a life together for 7 years or something like that. And she's in the sport. I'm very proud of her that what she's doing. But again, at the end of the day, She's telling her story, her journey, how she got into it, where she's at now, etc., etc. And that's what, more or less, ladies, that these guys are trying to do. Get your story, get your journey, get your story, get your journey, how you got there, to get your name out there and help you. But if you guys don't understand that, my saying is kick rocks, kick them, kick them, kick them,
To
kick them.
piggyback on what you were saying, I would write like some questions. The reason why I don't do it too much because the kind of behaviors and they wouldn't follow up on like on an interview and stuff. So I was like, I can't waste too much energy just writing, and
Yeah,
then they cancel on me, and it don't make no sense.
no,
But I can
So
say
I
your feelings,
just
but that's why I say just move on and focus on the ones who do want to, who get back
yeah.
with you, who want to. Like a couple ladies, I had, before I got sick, I had some interviews and I'm reached out to them and I'm waiting to see them to come back. And they're not, then I'm not gonna worry about it. But the ones who I've talked to now, they want to talk about this story. I like I just sent a message this afternoon to a lady. We were checking up for our upcoming interview. I mean, like I said again, you're gonna have a few hits and misses. That's the truth of it. Even when I started, I was not perfect. I had to really learn. It takes time, and if you feel like you're not ready for it, then that's good. I understand that. Work within your abilities. But you feel like you have that taste for it, you want to get back to it, then get back into it. Take it slow,
My
understand the conversation, and just I like to say, write a script out, write things down, you study over and read it, get it into your head because sometimes it's just about the understanding and trusting the process. We got here from Money. He says this. If KL has Andrea on I guess on the YouTube channel where George get jealous. Hell yeah, hell yeah, oh why hell yeah.
I invite you to I invite you.
Yeah,
Just
see,
stay like you just stay a few minutes and get the hell out.
hey, you tell me I'm gonna sit off like be like one of those guys like yeah I'm what you watch me have sex with your wife you sit off the corner. No hell no hell no hell no.
yeah.
This is from Lawrence Perkins says hello George Keith KL everyone in the chat. Thank you Lawrence Perkins. So you telling me I can come in sit in the room while you have sex with my wife
just
and
just
then
a
get out.
few minutes. I pay you.
So you be a cockhold. You cockhold me.
Hey
Say that shit
KL,
with the white voice.
he didn't like when I was hugged up on her at the gym. He didn't
Nah,
like that at
nah,
all.
nah,
Nah,
nah. I have
I
my
don't be jealous like that, man. Come on, I don't do that now. I ain't
nah,
like
nah,
George.
Hey,
nah,
I
I
ain't
told I
nah.
doing
told I
that.
said Andrew, I said Andrew, we gotta take this picture for my boy George. I'm like because he's gonna really enjoy this. And she's a sweetheart, man. Like I said, I cannot say enough unbelievable things about that girl. She is she is one of a kind. Let's just say that a one of a kind champion, in my opinion.
That's
So
why. That's why I like to do content because next Monday is her birthday, and what
yeah.
we're gonna do
Oh, okay.
is it's gonna be her 40th birthday. She's going to be 40. So we're gonna do a birthday dedication live stream to the lovely Miss Andrea Shaw. And we're going to
Okay.
wish her happy birthday. We're going to talk about her. Especially with
Well,
you.
now you got to get me. I got to get working on her, getting her on the show for that now. So I'll get
Yeah.
on that.
Well, like I said, if she doesn't want to, we appreciate it because just let her know that we're doing this for her because the fact is we're fans. I'm a fan. I know KL's a fan. You know her a person close to know. I've interviewed ladies who have met her and talked very highly about her, and that's why I want to do this because the fact that she deserves this. Because I'm still
Absolutely.
turning because I said turning 40. I wish I was 40 again. I'm 49, yeah, but you can't turn back the clock. But she needs to be recognized for the work she's putting in. She has the show coming up next year, the Triple O Dynasty show. That's one example of somebody who's doing something for women's bodybuilding, giving them a show that will, and all the work she's doing. That's why I want to give a shout out to her, and that's why because also one of the ideas to talk about for the next couple of live streams until we have any shows. But like I said, any of y'all who have ideas who want to share, You can contact me. You know my IGs in the on my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube, you can find my IG. You can send me if you want to talk about, or like I said, I might be doing some, maybe have some guests on a Monday, because it's said again,
All
this is
right.
about the year where everything's kind of thinning out right now. It's going to be a long off season. We do have also the classic amateur coming up in March.
I have to
Um,
go, guys. Peace
hmm.
out.
All right, see you later,
I
TL.
All right, see
appreciate
ya.
y'all having me more. All right,
You're
man.
welcome, brother. You're welcome. And if you feel like, instead again, if you feel like you have something you want us to talk about, especially concerning women's bodybuilding, as a fan or just as maybe as a competitor, reach out. Because
Yep.
this is what my channel is for you ladies out there, or you fans out there who wants a voice, where everybody else is not paying attention to your voice. That's why I do this.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like I said, folks, we're gonna hit out. My man, he has to do Daddy Things Day, and then plus
Oh
side.
yeah, always daddy things.
Yeah, and plus I got some stuff I got to work on, but I do appreciate your time. Shout out to the new amateurs who just got their pro cars last weekend. Hope maybe see you, if not this year, maybe next year. I mean next year or down to 2025. Shout out to my man Raheem Hamilton for coming through. MJ 2023 for coming through. Lawrence Perkins for coming through. All you people who are fans, don't forget Balls Deep who dropped in for a bit. And really I appreciate all y'all support. I mean, and I'm hoping we maybe for more, I get some more maybe I might even someday get my wife on here. No, it's not my wife, but it's just me being, dreaming. But folks, I appreciate your time. Thank y'all. We got a couple more weeks after Christmas. I hope you're enjoying these time for the holidays. It's gonna be tough, folks. But anyway, folks, this is my always Joe's page, aka the Emperor of Remember Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I am out. Have a good rest of your week.